Hello everyone, this is Kay and the Collective Soul Tarot. Welcome back to the channel for another minute tarot card reading. We're going to use, of course, as usual, the Egyptian Lenormand deck with all its healing properties. And so my Archangel Michael and myself have randomly pulled out, well, I randomly did, don't know about him, but we pulled out these 7 cards for the spread for whatever it is that you need to know right now. It is a timeless reading, but it is also April the 10th, Wednesday, 2024. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to introduce the cards to you and then I'll do the interpretation. And I've asked Archangel Michael to be here to help me, to correctly interpret the messages here in this spread. So the first card is the Crossroads, which is like the Choices card in the regular Lenormand, where you see a staircase go up and then it splits into 2 different staircases and then there's a door on each end. Or it's like the Two of Wands in the tarot card. The Goddess is like the lady number 1, who would be more like an empress, an older person, okay? Birds is the same, like the Owl's cards or the communication cards in the regular Lenormand. Cat. I, again, don't know that there's cat in any of the Lenormands I've been using, but there probably are somewheres. It's the significator card, so we're focused on what's been kept secret or who's been aloof, being emotionally distant, okay, in your life, if it's you or the other person. The snake is the same, the jade pillar is the cross, and the fish is the same. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start interpreting the messages in the cards right now. Crossroads we're starting at. So you see the Goddess here. This is your reading. All right, we're reading to a feminine, or it's somebody who's masculine in their feminine energy right now. But I'm going to look at this as the feminine, okay? So we've got the feminine here, who is usually an older person, and doesn't have to be, but usually is, because they've been through the trials and tribulations and have learned many, many lessons, and they have grown and evolved spiritually and personally. Okay, they developed into a different person than what they were, let's say, years before. So they're faced with a decision to make. They've been given an alternative to consider, all right, in their life. Somebody has brought forward some information or an offer that the Goddess is going to be looking at and saying, if you're not already, you'll be looking at and having to determine whether or not you should go this way or that way. All right, but it's going to be a discussion between you and that other person. And these two, what's usually the owls is what this represents, is that they're usually older people. Okay, so we're not talking about 20s and 30s. We're talking about 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, older people that are discussing something. And of course, the Goddess is an older individual too. Doesn't have to be, but I'm taking it as that, as there's 2 people that have been through their lives, enough so that they've learned, they crashed and they burned in relationships, and they've left those behind, and they're trying to find that special someone that they could trust and live with in a loving, committed, long-term relationship. So somebody has come back to you, Goddess. They have come back to you because they're going to be telling you, the focus is about things that they've kept secret from you, that you've been in the dark about. You've not known it. All right. For example, they might come to you and say, look, I really have these feelings for you. I know I haven't told you. I haven't been saying anything. I've been distant, emotionally distant from you, physically distant, not in communication possibly. And they're finally communicating with you to tell you that they're ready to reveal their secrets, these emotional feelings they have for you, and what their desires are towards a possible partnership coming together in the romantic level, right? If you're up to it. They're going to tell you that they have been, slithering around in secret kind of thing, like they know they haven't been coming forward and doing things the right way, even though they've been harboring these feelings. and they know that you'll be talking about it, and they'll acknowledge that they probably left you feeling like in the dark, not sure what was going on, feeling, suffering in some emotional way, suffering that you've been developing over time, more and more suffering because you haven't been hearing from them, and they've left you dangling, like hanging with, do they love me? Do they want to be with me? Or would they rather be with somebody else? Are they going to come back? If so, are they going to come back and tell me they want to be with me? Or are they going to come back and tell me that I just thought I'd stop in for a second, with an email or something, and say, yeah, I know you're probably, whether you're out there or not, wondering if I'm going to be in touch and come back. I just want to tell you that I'm not, right? You don't know. You don't know which way it's going, and you can fantasize and assume all you want, intuitively or otherwise, but until you hear it right straight from the horse's mouth, you won't know for sure, right? And so just one second, give me a second. I want to look up at snake for a second. Snake is, I was going to say, yeah, they've seemingly been appearing untrustworthy, because they in any communication that you have had with them in the past, they've been manipulative. They might have lied to you and betrayed you in the past. So they're going to tell you about why they were in that energy, and that they're leaving the energy behind because they want to release their own emotional burdens of holding back and not being with the person they really have been feeling they should be with and have been for a while, and to increase their own their own own mental and emotional fortitude, to increase and to help them feel better. And the fish card is about increasing, especially when it has something to do with being good. But they're going to be moving, feeling like they can let go of their burdens if they can get with you and have a discussion with you to tell you what it is that they've been holding on to, and how they've, they might apologize for keeping you in feeling like you're in the dark and that they're untrustworthy. They may have been wanting you to think that way about them for whatever reason. It could be that they were in a commitment, and they just didn't see them not being in that commitment, and so they needed to kind of throw you off by behaving in a way that you would make you want to say, oh, that guy or that girl, they're just impossible. It's like they're not worth, it's not worth it to me, and walk away. But when it boils right down to it, they have not been able to let you go, and there they are. They're wanting to have a discussion with you. They're older now. They've grown emotionally, more in control, emotionally more expressive, in the sense that they're more balanced enough that they can come out and actually reveal their secrets to you. No longer sneaking around and hiding the things from you, and making you think a certain way that really wasn't the truth. They've been suffering a great deal too in their whatever their situation was, but in the fact that they realize what they've done with you, goddess, in the past, how that has affected you, and how you may not want to have anything to do with them. You may not even want to talk to them. You may not even want to care about what their secrets are anymore. They don't know that, and it's a great burden that they want to release so that they can feel, move forward prosperously and abundantly with you. Okay? So this is the decision. This is the offer that's going to come to you, that you're going to have to decide if whatever road you're on right now, are you going to detour and go towards them, and follow that road with them, follow a different road with them. Okay, everyone, I hope that was helpful to you. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.